Plaintiff Rachel Peterson met the defendant at work, and they became great friends. Rachel claims after the defendant reconciled with her boyfriend, they drifted apart because her boyfriend not only mistreats the defendant, but he also threatened Rachel. She's suing for a cell phone cancellation fee. Defendant Ashley Bush admits that she and her boyfriend, who's with her in court, argue, but she insists he is not mean to her. Ashley believes Rachel is jealous of her relationship with her boyfriend, and she denies owing her for anything.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I met Ashley in 2011 when we started working together. We became friends pretty fast. We got especially close when her and her boyfriend broke up. We hung out every day. We took lots of camping trips. We had a really fun summer. When they got back together, we kind of stopped hanging out. I don't think that he's the best person. He's not very nice. He depends on Ashley for money. She's the one who works and pays the bills. He's been rude to her. They used to fight a lot before they broke up. And
How often?
I don't know, sir.
Then why you say a lot if you don't know?
It was a couple times a week, you know. She'd hear
So you
about
do
them.
know. I'm just saying, you all in the woman's business. You haven't told me anything other than the man doesn't work. A lot of men don't work, can't get jobs. You know, if that's your problem with the woman, you like him, right?
Yes.
There it is. That's the only thing that counts. He's not whooping you, is he?
No.
Not mentally abusing you?
No.
Twice a week?
No.
How many times a week?
I wouldn't even give it a number a week.
Oh, okay. How many a month?
Probably a few times.
A few times a month? All right, you on to something then. This man, by her own admission, is abusing her verbally 3 times a month.
It's more like small arguments.
Arguing or mental abuse? Those are 2 different things.
Oh, definitely not mental abuse.
All right, go ahead. 3 times a month of arguing?
Yeah.
How long
very
the arguments last?
Probably only like an hour.
All right, good
Yeah.
enough. Some folks get mad, don't speak for 2 days and all that, then it might be kind of toxic. But that sounds like some normal stuff. All right, ma'am. Do you have anybody?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's her deal with her man?
Yeah, she was single for most of the time that we hung out with each other.
The guy she has now, is he good for her?
You know, I don't really know.
Because she won't tell you.
Yeah.
You better stop telling her your business.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. You like him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. That's the only thing that counts. He's not whooping you, is he?
No.
Not mentally abusing you?
No.
Twice a week?
No.
How many times a week?
I wouldn't even give it a number a week.
Oh, okay. How many a month?
Probably a few times.
A few times a month? All right, you on to something then.
Plaintiff Rachel Peterson says she and the defendant were good friends until the defendant reconciled with her boyfriend, who threatened Rachel.
What else you want to say about it?
I guess the biggest part of this is that through everything, and my opinion over him formed when I got threatening emails, Facebook messages.
When?
During the phone business.
How does that mean he's not right for her?
He felt it necessary to threaten her best friend and tell me that he was gonna have...
That's not, he don't mean he's not right for you. Because he
correct,
probably called himself sticking up for his woman.
Maybe.
Is that what he was doing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so he's real right for her if he sticks up for her. All right, let me hear about your association with her. You heard what she said about you and what she believes your situation to be.
All right, well, I've known Rachel since about 2011. We were coworkers and really good friends. We hung out a lot. We would go out partying and doing the typical single thing when I was split up with my boyfriend. She would get really drunk and get in fights with both guys and girls. You know, she would sleep around a lot. So when we got back together with my boyfriend, you know, our time trying to balance the two, you know, I didn't hang out with her quite as much. I think there was a little bit of jealousy issues. And I think that's kind of how this all came about.
All right, that's why she has issues with your man, you believe. You believe
so.
it's because she's jealous of your relationship with him.
Yes.
All right. Good. Good enough. And you're suing her for phone cancellation. How does she owe you for that?
In May of 2011, I told her, or I'm sorry, 2013, I told her that I was going to be canceling my phone line and we would have to switch it into her name. And
First, you have to tell me how you got it in your name for her or whatever, when and how and all of that.
we were friends. I didn't think it was a big deal. It was probably August of 2012.
What happened in August of 12?
I added a phone line to my plan.
And she was to pay the bill?
And we never
regularly?
had problems. So in July, we went in and we did the paperwork and
Did what paperwork?
the change of ownership paperwork.
Putting it into her name?
Yes, sir. And so I thought we went through all that. I paid off and canceled my complete account in August of 2013. And then in September, I got a bill that was a little bit high, and it was still in my name. So I asked her about it.
Hold on, you hadn't been told by the phone company that it was out of your name?
They did. They told me that my name was off of it, and then I received that bill for it. So I brought it to her, and I showed it to her. It was a little high, and she immediately refused to pay it. So I tried to get a hold of her for a couple weeks. She was avoiding it. Sprint told me the best plan would to be suspend the account until we could figure it out so no more charges were made. And the day after I put the phone on hold is when I got the emails from her boyfriend. And after that point, I just was told that
What did her boyfriend say?
to watch my back for any girl over 6 feet tall, and he was gonna send an Amazon woman to give me a beat down.
Did you take it seriously?
I was scared.
Okay,
you know.
what did the police say?
They told me that because I went in and I asked them if I could just like make a report of it in case something did happen.
Right.
And they told me I would have to fully press charges and there would be a court date.
Why didn't you?
She's my coworker, my
No,
friend.
I'm talking about him. She didn't threaten you, right?
I know she cares about him. I wasn't trying to make this whole thing extremely dramatic. I just
A man threatens to have you beat down.
I didn't want to open a whole criminal case, Your Honor.
What did you want to happen?
I wanted her to pay her phone bill.
No. We're talking about the threats. That's what we're on now. Remember, he's a monster. He wanted the Amazon to beat you down. Didn't you want to avoid being beat down?
Oh, absolutely.
Care more about him than your own safety?
I guess maybe I should have.
A man threatens to have you beat down.
I didn't want to open a whole criminal case, Your Honor.
What did you want to happen?
I wanted her to pay her phone bill.
No. We're talking about the threats. That's what we're on now. Remember, he's a monster. He wanted the Amazon to beat you down.
Plaintiff Rachel Peterson says she and the defendant were good friends until the defendant reconciled with her boyfriend, who threatened Rachel.
How did we come to a cancellation fee? Is that what was owed once you canceled it?
$188.
All right, you didn't want the bill, you just want the cancellation fee?
I think the cancellation fee would be fair.
All right, good enough, ma'am.
So I did pay her for the bill when she contacted.
Cancellation fee?
No, for the phone bill that she said that I
When?
didn't pay. I paid her after I got back. Usually I didn't pay my bill until after the 5th. She contacted me on October 2nd while I was out of town visiting my little brother before his second deployment. I told her that I wouldn't be able to give it to her until I got back into town.
When did you, ma'am?
I paid it to her after I
When?
got. It was the.
You give me the story about your brother went to the
11th.
armed services and you went to visit him, and that's a beautiful thing. You're a good sister. Now, when did you pay this bill?
I paid it when I got back, exactly
When
like
you
I
came
said.
back, I don't know when that is,
It was
ma'am.
October 11th.
Thank you.
And
You
I do
paid the
have-
bill October 11th. What about the cancellation fee?
The cancellation fee I did not ask for. My phone was terminated before I got back into town.
But had you transferred it?
I did try to go into Sprint, but they needed both of us there in order to do so because I wasn't the account holder.
When did that occur? When did you find that to be the case?
We went before October. It was probably end of September trying to get that switched over, and
Didn't you
Colby
say
was with
July?
It was July.
What do you have there?
Well, those are the papers she signed accepting responsibility.
In July?
In July
So
20.
you tried in July, she has, ma'am. Change of ownership. Why did you say you tried in the end of September?
Well, she
Now
said
I don't
that
believe you.
she said that I could stay on her phone line until
No,
we
but you
switched
say
it
you
over.
tried at the end of September, and this says July.
I don't know.
Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day. 188.
I am a very respectful person, I believe, but we do have our arguments just like every other couple, so, you know, I'm not a bad guy.
He's definitely a bad guy.